Morning, Robert.
Oh, good morning, David.
Any good ones?
Well, I was just examining this piece. It's beautiful craftsmanship. Why? What's this? Quality of the stone is excellent. I think it will fit well with the rest of the collection. Certainly high hopes for its selling, at least anyway.
No, definitely. I love it.
Yes. The silver mark is impeccable. Comes from the finest craftspeople. I've barely started. If you
All from the same collection?
yes. It's a recently deceased old lady.
Acres of stuff. This is unbelievable. This is all it is. God. God, they're brilliant, aren't they?
Yes, quite lovely. There are a few odd pieces, but well, that's our lot. Not everything can be perfect, can it?
No.
This one, complete dog. But you know, old lady, sentimental value. Don't fool them.
There was one of these, what do you call it, statement pieces.
Yes, well, I should imagine there's a cat somewhere on it and contain a picture of a dead child or something. That's terribly gory.
Yes. Still,
But yes,
someone will want it.
someone will want it. Yes. So, do you want to start putting these away? I'll enter them into the ledger.
Yeah. And see if we can find an auction house. What?
Yes, it's going to need to be one of the big ones.
Divide everything up or put it all into the job lot? I mean, what, with things like this, you might almost get more for it on its own. It's going to be a pain.
I think it's worth it,
Yeah,
piece by piece.
absolutely.
If nothing else, if somebody truly did want to buy all of this for the value we want out of it, I don't know if anybody could afford it.
Well, I suppose that means that we are going to have a very long day with the ledger.
Yes, well, you call them out and I'll put them in. Where's the necklace? We've done the necklace. Let's start at the top and work our way down through the boxes.
Do you want to start with descriptions? Odious, ugly.
Material, mark, rough estimated price, or melted down for scrap.
Sell it to someone with a fruit obsession. What's gold? I don't know, it feels like silky. Not right. Look, how about a chain?
It's a little residue.
There's something to it, doesn't it?
Yes. Now that I look at it again, it's more desirable than I first thought.
I'm not so sure, but I can always take it to an expert, have it appraised. There are some marks on it.
Probably worth a while. Step to it, David.
I'll take this. I'll take a couple of the boxes, see if any in particular stand out.
Yes, well, we need to get a start. The day is wasted.
I'll try and be back by lunchtime if you can get those bits catalogued by then. I think you're right. We can have it done in a day.
Yes.
See you later. You there? You local? No, I can't say I am. Sorry, I've just got the training.
I'm looking for an auction house. Or a antique store. Be somewhere large. A large place.
Yes, sorry. It's just strange. I just come down to Arkham to have some things appraised. I own well, it's more of a pawn shop. I must be honest, but we deal in a large variety of antiques. And I was on my way to the auction as an appraisal room. Sorry,
I think it's unlikely that what I am after has come from any small house. No, I am after some of the affairs of the widow Nestwick.
As a matter of fact, I am here on business to have certain items appraised.
Hello? Thank you. Really? How fascinating. Now, Cornwall's auction house, most likely. You need me there. Thank you so much for your help. You've been terribly helpless.
I was dumbstruck at the peculiar gentleman. He quite unsettled me somehow. His odd and foreign manner shook me for some reason. I was not expecting anything to come of the small collection that I had taken, but I immediately began to think more of it. That it should be so immediately desirable on the old lady's death. I continued in search of the small antique store that I knew in Arkham. We sometimes took particulars to for recommendation. Hello? Come in! Oh, sorry, it's a dim in here. I didn't.
Oh, David.
Pardon me. How are you?
Oh, yeah, passably well, passably well.
I just brought a few things, if you wouldn't mind having a...
Oh, yes. The usual fees apply and all that.
Of course.
Oh, a good haul.
I just brought a collection. There's miles more of the stuff. Maybe three more boxes of that usually. It's a selection, a random selection.
Well, we don't see many of these, but they're not so rare that... Oh, gracious, yes. I'd say this lot, probably around $100 or $200. The ones with the sapphires.
Yeah.
The emeralds. Now these are a bit rarer. And these ones are made by a man called Stanislas in Poland. You'll see the very fine workmanship, although there are some problems with the glue. He is not the most careful worker sometimes, but they are quite unique. Those are nearly $500. What is this? Yeah.
Is that the pear?
Yes. Yes, the secrets box. You've heard of these before, yes?
I'm not altogether familiar. Not something that we usually deal in.
Well, they are normally used to keep the secret. Pass me that small screwdriver, please. Thank you. You see this Pear bears fruit. Pardon. pardon the attempted humour. Like this. Oftentimes, the jewellery is hideous to make people not want to steal it, but the content can be quite valuable. This is... If I didn't know better, I'd say this was a map.
Of where, might you say?
Well, if I knew that, it would be a very good secret.
Sorry.
No, I mean, you'd have to do some research into the original owner. Was this a house clearance?
Yes, old lady, a widow, I think. She passed away. The job lot of collected knickknacks and jewellery and everything came to us. Can you tell me anything about it? Where it came from?
Well, I can tell you that...
The makeup. There were some marks I saw.
Yes. Strange runic devices. I did not recognise them. You must be careful with it. The mechanism looks to be extremely good quality. There are some, clearly some burns. I appear to have cut myself on it. As it stands, I would say that was nearly without value, but yes, you saw how to open it? If you can identify what's on the map, then probably serve you well. If I had to say, the only other time I've seen runes like this was on a strange Mesopotamian statue, but this is clearly too modern for that.
Yes, I mean with the gears and workings, of course.
Yes. No, that couldn't be from any further ago than, say, 500 years. They're quite old, hence the rough workings, but yes, I shouldn't trouble yourself with it too much.
Would it be worth anything, say, to a collector, someone interested in this sort of thing?
It may have some small value. It may have some small value. Would you like me to finish appraising these?
Yes.
I'll have my man bring you a beverage.
I may take this with you. The Arkham Library is one of the largest around. I may as well make use of it while I'm here. If I can leave those with you, I will...
Oh, well, I'll prepare the list and, yes, payment on receipt.
Perhaps something I'll find about our little map. Thank you, I'll come by later. Good afternoon.
Oh, hello. How can I help you?
I'm looking for some translation dictionaries. I have items from Mesopotamia. I'm afraid I'm not an expert myself. I'm looking for more dictionary items to translate certain alphabets.
Mesopotamia? What a coincidence. My particular area of interest, actually. So, us professors at the university take turns at the staff desk in the library. We're quite a little commune, you know. Jedwick, would you mind taking over? I've got an academic thing. Come this way. Come into my little nook. Things so comfortable. I'm not the top rooms. Right. Yes. Mesopotamian runes. Some people believe it's Mesopotamian, but actually it's Mesopotamian. Common mistake. dictionaries. You have it transcribed, I assume, or some kind of lithograph?
Not in so many words, I'm afraid. I have...
Use more if you wish.
Well, I suppose it's an original. I presume. Give me a moment, time.
Singularly unattractive piece. On the side. Here. I see. Do you mind if I just... I'm very careful. Steady hands. How very peculiar. This is from the... if you see here, the underlining shows it to be from the third kingdom. Much like the Egyptian kingdom is that, but actually 400 years earlier. The depth of the inscription shows very fine work, so it must have been late on, I would say, this would be around the reign of the high priesthood. So somebody, I would say, is playing silly bugs. That's the technical term for when somebody wastes my time. This is clearly far too recent and complex an object to have been inscribed at the time. What you've given me is, as you like, a trick that someone has, not many people would have, these dictionaries are completely the wrong book. Not many people would have copies of these. These are copy from papyrus scrolls, which in fact I have several of them of my own. See there, very few people will be able to transcribe these. So whoever's playing silly buggers,
do apologise.
Very well. Would you like to know what it says?
Please.
Yes, that would be the. So that is the high priest of Canterbury. And this would be his prize. High priest of Canterbury, this would be his prize. There you are. So you take that back to, I assume, somebody from one of the universities, from Harvard perhaps. I know that they have Dr. Simmons. It's Dr. Simmons, surely. Yes. He's a wag.
So you're saying it's what, a fake, a hoax?
Unless the high priesthood of the Third Kingdom, Mesopotamia, happened to have the ability to create intricate mechanisms such as this, which would require, at the very least, magnification, fine tools, probably machinery, which of course is nonsense, then someone plays it.
Worthless?
Oh no, I think it's quite fun. You know, there were it's hardly people to joke about. The reign of the high priesthood was a reign of terror. They ruled half of Central America. They ruled the Mesopotamian kingdom itself. They had links going out to the Ptolemaic regions. A large area they controlled, and they ruled it with an iron fist of fear, all the worse in that they were a theocracy, and therefore everything they did had to be divinely correct. Terrible, awful rites they practiced. It's an odd thing that someone has played a joke based on that era, one of the most bloody in the last 4,000 years, which is all that we really know from history.
I'm sure hilarious to someone in the know.
Yes, it's quite made my day.
thank you for your time. I'm sorry to have kept you.
No trouble at all.
Sorely disappointed at what I found, I decided to return to the appraisal store to collect the rest of the jewellery. At least I could salvage something from the day, I decided.
You there again! Come here! You did not tell me that you had the widow's nitwicks. That you were the one who was selling her items. Goodness sake! I have been searching through half of the auction houses in Arkham, and I am not used to having to use the shoe leather in such a fashion. You could have simply told me. For goodness sake, man.
I'm sorry, God, I've really got to, sorry, please, if you just give me a moment.
You're clearly in some distress. Come. Maybe we should go and have a drink.
But I...
Be my pleasure. Yes, brown. No, real brandy. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Now here, take this.
I'm sorry,
Oh yes, you look like you've had a terrible turn. Yes.
Police, I've got
to... No, sit down. No, you'd better sit down here for a little bit longer. Now, I am so pleased that I bumped into you, for I am a collector. I am a fellow collector that I knew the widow very well, and I'm looking for a couple of small pieces, mere trinkets, that you probably have indeed overlooked. I just wondered if I could have a look at your inventory. As soon as you've recovered, dear chap.
Yes. I'm sure that could be arranged in some manner. Are there any pieces in particular you would be interested in, so we can narrow our search?
Yes, let me think. Oh, there was a pair. Just, sentimental value. That's the main one that just happens to come to mind when I casually think of the items in her collection. It's Mere nothing really, but we both had interests in that area.
Of course, I will be going through the items later with my partner. We can make a thorough search, and I'm sure if anything matching that description were to be found, we could let you know.
That's so kind, but I wouldn't want it to go missing. Perhaps I should come with you. I could help you catalogue that. I'm a great expert on these things.
I really must insist we, it's merely our protocol, but you can be assured you will be given the first pick of any items which we encounter. If
Please do, there is my card. I will be staying at Brunswick.
absolutely.
Us. I can see, you seem much recovered from whatever shock it was. You should probably be getting on your way.
Yes, I will. Thank you for the drink. I will endeavour to call you as soon as anything emerges. My confusion was mounting with each passing minute. I was still shaken by the sudden happenings. Mr. Johnson collapsing before my eyes, and then this man so intent upon the recovery of the item. There must be something wrong with it. I had known not to give it to him. Something in me knew that I had to keep it away from him, knew that it was best. I made my way back to the library as soon as I had left the inn. If perhaps I could learn more about this item, I could learn what was going on. I didn't go to the police yet. I didn't understand what I got myself into. Before Mr. Johnson could wait, I had to get to the bottom of what was going on. I rushed straight back to the library and was finding that damn clerk. Excuse me, sorry, I was here earlier. I spoke with your colleague about Mesopotamian.
Yes.
Mesopotamic.
Yes. Go on through.
He's still in his. Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me.
You. What have you done?
Your hands. What? Your hands. What's going on? I showed you the pear earlier. The mechanism. You opened it. You looked. The scroll. You remember?
Yes.
The carvings. It said it was a prize.
Prize of the High Priest. I thought it was a joke, but they were famous for their curses. And they were... I thought it was all stories. Thought it all stories. The High Priest was chosen, not that he had his prize, but the prize chose him. And it was the ultimate punishment on all others to have to touch that prize. See the imagery here. This is third, fourth hand description, but suggests that the High Priest was chosen through physical contact with the prize. And he must claim his stewardship of the kingdom within their week. The week then was 10 days. Or suffer the fate of all others who touch the prize. This is always, there's so much of these stories which are, there was such a violent people that those under their thumb would damn their oppressors in so many fashions. The blood libel, they eat their young, they have sex within their family, they kill indiscriminately, and curses. It comes back to curses, that you must ignore blood libel mostly, but this is more. Because those runes are on my hand.
How would you lift this curse?
This is from 3,000 years ago. Should I know? It's all stories and passed down through so many people. It sounds like their main temple is lost. Mayhap there is some cure there. It is where the High Priest held his audiences and where he had to perform the rite.
A temple? A temple? What? Where?
It was lost. It was lost. There would have been a map to it at some point. There should be a map with this collection, but it is this is a partial collection. So many have tried to find the remaining volume. I have 1 to 9. They're the 10th volume.
The map. I've got the little map. I've got the little map. The little map, it's in the Pear. That's what the little map was for. I've got the map.
Then you simply need to follow it. That is now a village called Conquan. And that river is the Hardos. Clearly it has it written. But there are few of us who can translate now. Soon to be fewer. So, you will be the latest High Priest. And all of those who have searched for it. I wouldn't show it to any others then, unless you wish by accident to end their lives also. Thank you so much for coming.
Within mere hours, my normal everyday life had been turned upside down. I'd started the morning researching some items for auction, and now I found myself on the hunt for some lost temple, some ancient city. I resolved to return to our shop to make sense of it, when I was struck with the horrific realization that if everything that I had learned was true, my partner, Robin, had already picked up the item that morning, just after. Terror eating up my insides, I rushed as quickly as I could back to the shop, praying I would not find the same terrible vision.
Robert! Robert! David, yes, the door's open. Robert!
You're right.
Yes.
You're...
Just the gloves. What about them?
Oh, Jesus. Of course, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to handle the goods without gloves. I can get greasy fingerprints on them.
Of course you did.
I don't remember this being a source of such clarity previously.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I take it the trip to Arkham didn't go well.
You could say that. I don't know where to begin. I don't know. The Pear.
Oh, yes, that odious little piece.
Yes, odious little piece, you could well say that. It's not what it appears. So sorry, I just don't know how to describe everything.
I've never seen you so
Mr. Mr. Johnson, the antiques.
Oh, yes.
He's I think he's dead.
I beg your pardon?
God, he's dead. And a clerk from the library, some scholar. It's something to do with this.
Yes.
It's some. Don't touch it.
I've already touched it.
Yes, but you keep your gloves on, don't you? You always have your gloves.
Well, what's so special about it?
I don't know. It's some kind of relic from some ancient religion.
No, it can't be any more than
A token.
200-300 years old.
A token.
Ah. Hello, a customer.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yes. I am looking for your partner.
Oh, David. I am afraid he's currently indisposed. You can deal with me. I am the senior partner. Mine's the premises. I taught him everything he knows. Wish to make a purchase?
Yes. Have you found the Pear in the Widow Nedwood's collection?
I have
here a checkbook from the Bank of Arkham. You will see I have merely filled in the number of zeros.
Gracious. And what a number of zeros it is. Let me see if we have found it, and if I can expedite it for you. Just 5 minutes. Thank you. The man is offering us a blank check with 5 zeros on it. You're telling me it is implicated in some sort of crime? I think we should get rid of it. It is an awful lot of money.
No, I can't give it to him.
Well,
No.
it's ours. I minded to sell it to him.
No, No, you don't understand. I have responsibility now. I can't just give it to him.
Look. Give it to me. Go and sell it to him. It'll be out of your hair forever.
Oh.
Give me the... Give it to me. Give it to me now.
No!
Ow! You should have warned me it had sharp edges. I'm going to sell it to him.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm going to
Why
sell
did
it
you
to him.
grab it? God.
Because you're being an idiot. Sorry.
I'm afraid the cheque has expired.
Well, then I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to step out of the stock room. Sir, please.
Would you like to live? Your friend knows what I mean.
My friend has been keeping things.
Your friend has been holding the pear. That was meant to be for me to hold.
What do you know about it?
Then give the man Pear.
Not now, in the state it is in.
What do you know about it? You said, I know. Can you prevent it?
Yes.
Well, yes, he can not kill me.
Yes.
I mean, he was threatening me, he said.
The high priest can reverse any of his curses when he is ordained. And I would happily have done it. Doing what I is meant to do.
Curses.
Not at all. So now you have but two choices. You may hold on to it here, and you will both die. Or we can finish ordaining you, and he may live.
I'm going to go with whatever his options.
He does not have an awful lot of time.
How exactly would we continue?
We merely need to complete the ritual. You have the map. Come, this is your last chance. I believe you have some affection for this unattractive gentleman.
The map?
Yes. And in code as well. The river places north. Sand for the river. The village. Why? That simply needs to be a collection of any living things. Do you have a pet? Do you have a brooch problem?
A bird. A bird upstairs.
Well, fetch it as if his life depended on it. Which it does.
I brought down Canary, Robert C. I'd always kept one since we were young. Placed it in the centre of the room. They seemed to chill in the air.
Now, the village, the living things, the river past which is death. We must finish ordaining you. Does it have a name? Come on. Time is of the essence.
Roger.
Roger. Even better. Would you kill Roger, please? Screw up your courage. This is a small thing, surely, for the life of your friend. It is best done with your own hands.
It is a strange thing, but as I held that bird in my hands, as I twisted its neck, to save my friend's life. Something inside me also seemed to strain and break as the horrors of the day, which had so quickly mounted, rolled over me.
Do you know the words? Quiet your mind and listen. I give you the first. Fulba. You are here. You are holding the sacrifice in one hand and the prize with the other. You know the words. And with this you will be high priest and able to have all that comes with that. The prize is your gift then, belongs fully to you. Fulba.
But
Yes. Touch Roger with the prize, and we will see if you are in your priesthood, whether you have come into its full powers or not. It seems that the priesthood is yours. You may wish to save your friend. Come now, do you hesitate?
one cannot describe the feelings that ran through me as having just taken life to returning. My mind gaped at the prospect, for I was suddenly able to do.
High priest. Yes. It is yours. For it is yours until you die. Ah! No! Yes. Ah, yes. Can be mine.
No! No, you have killed the High Priest! David? The man? I never got his name. David. Dead. This curious piece, yes. I think best we want to mount it.